O'Reilly Factor, the #1 cable news show for 13 years running.
Thanks for staying with us. I'm Bill O'Reilly in the Miller Time segment. Tonight we begin with Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz, a big shot in the Democratic Party, telling the world that her staff not eating well because of the forced budget cuts.
In light of these lean budgetary times, there are many other important issues that we have yet to face. We have to come together and promote initiatives that improve the quality of life in the House of Representatives. We already have employees who are making a sacrifice to engage in public service as a career choice, being priced out of being able to actually eat a high-quality meal should not be one of the challenges that they face.
Ooh. Joining us now from Santa Barbara, California, the always perspicacious Dennis Miller. So apparently her staff, Mrs. Schultz's staff, not being able to eat healthy, Miller.
Well, ordinarily I would call BS on this, but that woman next to her looked like hell, so maybe there's some truth to it. Debbie Wasserman Schultz, what a waste of a hyphen. This empty-headed, addled perm mannequin. We got soldiers calling into my show telling me that they're getting their tuition that they were promised cut when they get back from the war, and this jerk's whining about some butt-kissing staffer of hers not being able to afford a Yoplait with their baloney on white. This stuff has got to stop. Rise up, America! Rise up!
All right, I want to give everybody some perspective, Miller, that the staff members for all the congressional people have a fairly good cafeteria option. Turkey chili today, for example, $2.55. Grilled strip loin, whatever that may be, $7.95. Roast turkey breast, $6.50, Miller, $6.50.
Billy, I remember
risotto,
the old days.
$6.25.
I remember the old days when we called a grilled loin interrogating a stripper.
I don't remember those days, Miller, but I'm glad you do. Okay, so this is another attempt to engender sympathy from the taxpayer by saying, you know what, you can't have any government cuts because my staff can't eat healthy anymore, when this menu is far below what you would pay if you went to Ruby Tuesdays. You know what I'm talking
Billy,
about?
if the American electorate is buying this, they're idiots. All is lost. If they're going to elect Biden, who to me is perfectly emblematic of the times, you got a braggart with not much to brag about, the country's lost. Forget leaving the country. Biden gets in, I leave the planet.
Oh, you're not going to leave, Miller, because, you know, you got a good thing with the Boulder Fresher shows. You're not going, even if Biden gets in.
Oh, listen, I'll still fly in on the Concorde for those. Do they have the Concorde anymore?
No, they don't have it anymore. It was replaced by JetBlue.
Well, Billy, come on, concede to me at least, though. The world's gone nuts.
It is.
That Debbie Wasserman Schultz up there whining.
You and I are tasked to bring it back. And on that note, the Ford Motor Company, somebody's smoking something there. Maybe they're based in Denver or Washington State. Put the ad up, please, and let Miller see what we're talking about here. Now, the tagline is, leave your worries behind, Miller. All right? It's a little hatchback, and then they're showing the Kardashian people and Paris Hilton implying that they have healthy behinds or something. Now, they had to pull this ad, Ford did, and you say?
Little hatchback. If that's the scale, that's the Spruce Goose tent, baby. What, are you kidding me? And by the way, they haven't pulled the one where you're driving around with the chicks from The View. That's my favorite.
Right.
Listen.
But I had a semi. They were way in the back. It was just me in the cab.
Kenworth, you up there with Claude Akins, Greg
That's
Evigan,
right.
and the chip.
That was me. Who's in the back? What do you got in the back there? I don't know.
This is the next phase of the Kardashians' career. They're going to sue people who just noticed their precipitate demise from the top of the heap. And I'm not going to fall prey to it. I'm not going to get sued. There are Barrymores. They're the Redgraves. They're geniuses.
Yeah, but those were actors, talented people. These people, I don't know what they've ever done. The Barrymores, the Redgraves, they're brilliant actors. And I don't know how this happened here.
Billy, when I say I'm not going to fall prey to this, and they're the Barrymores, right in there is the nub of the joke. You realize that?
No, Miller, like,
what, I got to get you the clip notes? We've been together for 3 years.
It doesn't matter,
what do you
Miller.
need
like 90% of our audience, I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, what was with that guy's church? Shouldn't they be a little more humble? What was that?
I'm not even going to get. Not even get.
Huh?
Look, I think the Christians need publicity.
That was Our Lady of Steve Wynn. What the hell was that church about?
He's bringing the Lord in a very flamboyant way to people's.
I know.
No, that's what he's doing.
That's why I went to Laserium, to meet the Lord.
Dennis Miller, happy Easter, Miller, and here's the scorecard.
Happy Easter.
Happy
Watch out,
Easter.
the fountains are going off. The fountains, praise me, the fountains.
All right.